Alright, so welcome to the user interface for the OnePlus 8T handset. It's just been announced today, and this is a look inside of the phone. And you can see, obviously, I need to charge the battery up, so we'll do that in a moment. But let's have a look at some of the settings here, because you might notice here that I haven't got a navigation bar. Now, if I go into the settings, go into buttons and gestures, I won't switch it because it'll stop the recording, but you can actually have a fixed navigation bar as you normally would on older Android phones or existing Android phones if you don't like the navigation gestures. So what I'm doing basically with the navigation gestures is if I want to switch to a different, you can see here that it shows you how to do it. Look, if I want to go home, swipe up from the bottom. If I want to go into recent apps, I swipe up and hold, and I can go forwards and backwards. I can switch between the apps. So like that there, I can just switch between the apps here like this. Very easy. So you can see the Cool Smartphone website here. Click up and you can do that. So it's pretty cool, and it's easy to learn, and it means that you've got the whole of the screen. Obviously at the top here you can adjust all these shortcuts and add different shortcuts if you wish. You can maybe have a VPN shortcut and put that in the top. You've got a hotspot in there, you can turn that on or off. You've got nearby share, so there's a hotspot, and you've got screen recorder, which I'm already using to record this entire thing, and hopefully I will be able to show you down here some of the apps that you've got on the phone. You can see here wide range of applications. Got all the Google stuff on there, so there's no problem with that. You've got Google Maps, you've got YouTube, Gmail, etc. That is all pre-installed. You've got Netflix pre-installed, YouTube, you've got the weather application. Let's have a look, see what the weather's like. And you see the word Birmingham there. Look how it shrinks when you do that. I like this little, it does this on settings as well. When you go into settings, these little tweaks here, it reminds me of the Windows Phone interface of old, and it's a nice little tweak. I do like little changes like that. It just gives the whole interface a nice glossy, smooth appearance. You've got the OnePlus Switch application here as well, which is very good. You can switch from an old phone to a new phone, and it will migrate not just your data but also your settings and your customizations and where all the applications are. Really good. So a very good app, highly recommended from myself. You've got messages. I mean, obviously you've got the Google keyboard. You can change that if you wish. I like the Google keyboard because I can drag across my finger, and I've just got used to doing that. But you can change the keyboard if you wish. You've got an alarm clock, you've got calendar, you've got all the stuff drive that's tied in with Google, everything you would expect on here. And of course, because this is an Android handset, you've got the Google Play Store, and there's full access into that, and you can download millions of applications. For me, this is a very quick, very glossy handset. I must admit, like, if we go down to the about screen, this is the OnePlus 8T. This is the green version, because there's two different colors, and there's two different prices and two different specs. So you've got, let me just have a look at the specs here. We've got a green one, which is this one, and it's actually called the ultramarine green, I think. Let me just have a look. Marine. Yeah, aquamarine. So this is the aquamarine green version, and there's also a lunar silver version. The lunar silver version has 8 gig of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. The aquamarine green version, which is what we're using here, has, as you can see, 12 gig of RAM and 256 gig of storage for your photos and videos and stuff like that. There's a price difference between the two. So the silver one with the 8 gig RAM and the 128 gig of storage is £549. You can get it from OnePlus, Amazon, and John Lewis. And this version with more memory, more storage, is £649, another £100 on top. Obviously both phones get the rest of the specs exactly the same. You've got 48 megapixel main camera, which is very good. You've got a really wide angle, great 16 megapixel wide angle lens. The interface is brilliant. The speed of the phone, because it's using the Snapdragon 865 processor, which is the same one as the OnePlus, It's the OnePlus 8 Pro, should I say, is fantastic, and there really is. I can't really see a reason why you wouldn't want to buy this phone. The big differences between this and the OnePlus 8 Pro, which is more expensive obviously, is that it doesn't have a curved screen, it doesn't have wireless charging, and but still, the OnePlus 8T is a very, very good phone for your money. And why would you want to spend any more, really? I can't see nowadays why people would need to spend more than, say, £600 or £700 on a phone. To spend £1,000 on a handset is really crazy in my head anyway. But this is a look at the OnePlus 8T, and you can get more on coolsmartphone.com.